Greetings. It is I, my friends. I can't do the live long and prosper on that hand very well. How's everybody doing? Hello. Happy Monday. It's Monday, everybody. Aren't you excited? Spooky Deer, congratulations on being first once again. Whew. We're back, baby. That you are, that you are. And no one, hello. Happy early day to you. Hope you're doing good today. So far, so good. So far, so good. Curry, hi, hi. And Charles, good morning. It's Monday indeed. That it is. Coleman, good morning. Glad you're doing well, no one. Mondays are always a slog, that's true. Hashtag Mondays. Well, it's not just True Celts. Hello there. No one knows. Hello there to... No one knows says hello there to Coleman. Hello there. Just feel drained. That's how I was feeling yesterday. Hopefully I'm feeling better today. We'll see. Yesterday and Saturday, for that matter, just sleepy. So my back is killing me. My sump pump quit on me, so I had a bit of water in the basement on Saturday. So I was carrying shot bags full of water up the stairs, and it took its toll. Oh dang. Okay, that's like me on Thursday. Thursday at my meet, I was trying to level out our long jump pit, so I was just dragging sand all over the place, and my goodness, that wore me out. So, yeah, I'm glad that nothing is too bad. It says, Charles said, hopefully nothing is ruined. Coleman says, no, I caught it before it got real bad, but it's still annoying. Yeah, that's, ugh. Most of the water stayed under the floorboards, kind of like when my shower was leaking, so it's just a matter of drying things out with a fan and dehumidifier. Gotcha, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, water damage and just water in general. Oh, man. The pain. We have to deal with... we really need to get somebody out here to our place because we have a well for our water, and our, like, whole house filter is leaking, and there's, like, nothing I can do to make it stop. And it's just been a slow leak for a long time now. And yeah, it's a well, like I said, it's a well system. So we're not paying, like, it's not like, you know, when you're on city water, you'd end up getting paid. You'd have to pay for all the water when there's a leak. But it's just like the filter is inside the garage. And so it's going to eventually like just getting everywhere, you know? So, the garage, if there was going to be a leak, the garage is the best place for it to happen, of course, but it's still not ideal. So, I am tired, but first cup of coffee is brewed, so not too bad. That's horrific, and I'm sorry. Yeah. Highly recommend Death Wish coffee. It's got a true kick. Yeah, I think I actually... Didn't we look into this before? Let me look into it again. Death Wish coffee. Doesn't it have... Doesn't this have, like, a lot more caffeine in it? World's strongest coffee. I feel like... Yeah, I don't know what the caffeine content is, but... Got a few different flavors, though, too. Death Wish has gunpowder in it. No one? Hope you had a good weekend as well. How am I doing today? How am I doing? Coleman doing okay. Like I said, this weekend just felt tired. I ran well, I didn't run. I hosted a practice. I myself did not actually partake in it, but I hosted a practice on Saturday. It was basically from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. So, you know, 3 hours, split it into multiple sessions. And I got back and I was watching one of my former high school athletes who's now in college. University. I was watching her. She ran in her conference meet, so I was able to watch the live stream for that. Also keeping up on the NFL draft. And I got to a point just when I'm sitting there, like I was having trouble keeping my eyes open, sitting straight up. So I went and laid down for a little nap. But my dogs were just kind of, well, Jenny was being a bit of a turd. But then I was just tired all day yesterday too. I don't know, just very tired this weekend. So hopefully I got caught up on sleep by taking some naps and having, you know, a reasonable amount of overnight sleep too. So I don't know, just very strange, but yeah, hopefully today is better. I can't really afford to have a lazy, slow week this week, or next, or the week after that, for at least a few more weeks. So, yeah. But yeah. High caffeine, for sure, for sure. I was trying to see, is this... Yeah, this is not the... Okay, this is... I get this one confused with... Yes, okay. I get this confused. Death Wish coffee. I get it confused with, for whatever reason, Black Rifle Coffee Company. And I'm like, well, okay. I don't mind some, like, you know, we'll check this one out, but I'm not going to buy anything from Black Rifle. All right. I'm just not going to do it. But this one seems okay. Let's see. Why choose Death Wish? Black Rifle are a bunch of dum-dums. Exactly, yeah. Glad you did it. I'm glad you had a good weekend, No One. And I don't mean to sound like complaining. My weekend wasn't bad either. It's just that I just felt much more tired than I thought I should have. That's all. So, yeah, I just want to know, what's the caffeine content? Can we figure this out? I can't figure it out. So, let's see. Both use the same black packaging. I think that's probably what it is, yeah. Saw the unbearable weight of massive talent this weekend. I highly recommend, especially if you like Nick Cage. Wait, are there people out there that don't like Nick Cage? That actually has gunpowder in it, probably. It probably does. That and, I don't know, various other things. Probably some horse dewormer and whatnot. But on the way there, my wiper blade flew off the highway while it was raining. So that, wait, what? Did it really? Like, what do you do then? Do you just not have wipers anymore? Because if the blade fell off, you probably don't want the arm to continue moving along your glass windshield, I imagine. Feel there with being tired? You've been feeling tired too, No One? Yeah, I can't find a caffeine content. I just was kind of curious, but like, you know, like I saw the Cafe Bustelo, the coffee that I currently have in here. It has about like 100, I think it's 110 milligrams of caffeine per, you know, 8-ounce cup. But I don't see it for this. Maybe I just need to search for caffeine content. Oh, good God. We have seen although the company doesn't release caffeine content figures, we have seen third-party tests result in an eye-opening range of 650 to 728 milligrams of caffeine in a 12-ounce cup. So 650 milligrams, that's like 6 cups of coffee in one, pretty much. Wowzers. That isn't a 12-ounce, so slightly larger, but still, maybe it's more like 4 cups of coffee in one. Yeah. That is rather high there, Charles. I drink 1 cup of coffee a day. Just to put that in perspective for you. I don't know how it happened. I just leaned over and looked through the passenger side until I could pull over and switch the other blade to my side. Gotcha. Dang, that's very strange. Yeah. Hopefully you get that fixed soon. Actually, Mrs. Magoots probably needs new wiper blades too. One of hers is rather poor. It's just, it kind of just smears the water as opposed to actually like cleaning it off the windshield. So one of Mrs. Spooky's friends has been visiting this weekend, so it's been very varied and very varied and active weekend. I know what you mean, though. We've had Mrs. Magoots' friends visit, and yeah, it does. It ends up being like sometimes I'm just off doing my own thing so they can visit, and then other times we're off going and, you know, being active. So yeah, left the passenger wiper arm up so it wasn't scraping on the glass. Gotcha. There you go. Good idea there, Coleman. Morning to you, Nonder. Hello. Happy Monday, my friend. Also had a D&D session this weekend. We almost got TPK just traveling. Is that total party killed? Is that what that is? You gotta remember, I'm not a D&Der. I would really like to be, but I am not. Total party killed. Look at that. Big brain. Big brain every now and then. So. Nonder, how was your weekend, my friend? Oh boy, whew, that is strong today. That is rather strong. I like it though. All right, let's go ahead and close this out and close this out. And last but not least, close this out. What say we play some Chinatown Detective Agency today? Hey, El Mundo, welcome back in. Welcome back, my friend. Lutz McKnows stuff, right? I know stuff. Actually, let's get you guys. I forgot I got to get a... we got to get the Googs ready. There we are. Not bad, but too short. Right. Yeah, same. For sure. For sure. For sure. Would launch Chinatown Detective Agency, I think. Did it? Hopefully I don't launch it twice. I do have some good news. I mean, it's not any news that many of you will probably care about, but I finally got caught up with all of my track results that I was feeling desperately behind on. So that was good. And that was even considering the fact that Saturday I had very little motivation and energy. So my friends, we're about to see another murder. No babies yet, but these rabbits keep putting their dang nests in our backyard. Our dogs, in case you're keeping score at home, they're not fans of rabbits. They rather like to kill them. So we try to protect them, but they're stupid, you know? Like, rabbits are cute and we want them to live, but also at the same time, like, natural selection, my friends. True Celt. Hello there. Hello there to you, my friend. How are you doing today? That is a big win. It's a serious, like, huge weight off my shoulders. So I pretty much always have stuff that I need to do. There's still more things that I can catch up on, but that one in particular was feeling good about it. So yeah. Natural selection indeed. Yeah, I mean, so the funny thing is, not funny, it's kind of sad, but we've tried protecting these rabbits on numerous occasions. So there was one right around the corner of our house that, for whatever reason, they did a pretty good job. Like the rabbits weren't moving around too much in the nest whenever our dogs were out, and so they never really noticed. But when it became time for the rabbits to actually like come out, the dogs got all but one of them. So yeah. But then there was another nest that we decided, okay, let's try to help it out and make sure the dogs can't get to. It was in such a place where it was not defensible from the dogs. It was like right in the middle of our yard. So we put up a cage that, you know, had a hole in the bottom for the rabbits to be able to, you know, get in and out. But I guess they were so afraid of the cage, they never came back to the nest, and the rabbit, well, I think there was only one bunny in it, but it died. And it was like, well, that didn't help it out. I think either way it was going to die, either by our dogs or us by us like scaring the mama rabbit off. But yeah, totally feeling myself, and things look like a good week. I've yet to check work emails, but hey, there is hope. Love to hear it, True Celt. Yeah, hopefully that, you know, the emails will be fine. They'll be all right. All right, let's get you guys into the game. I actually just now noticed something that I probably should have noticed a long time ago, but let me show you this real quick. This building right here, I've seen that one in person. I just realized that. I didn't notice that in the menu before. But that is a building in Shanghai. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Didn't envy the cleanup from all that. Wabbit hunt. Yeah. It was, I mean, yeah. A couple of them, we just ended up wrapping them up, and then, well, we put them in our trash, which is probably not the best place for them, but yeah. There weren't many. I think they got, I don't know how many got in the yard. Some of them I imagine probably, yeah, it's just not good. It's just not good. It's like Mrs. Magoots in the past has, like, if she noticed a nest being built, she will basically just like before there are any bunnies in it. Now, if there are bunnies in it, we don't disturb it. But if there are not any bunnies in the nest, she'll basically just take all the stuffing that they put in it, just fling it out in the yard. So that way they don't have it in the nest anymore. So they don't feel like it's a viable option at that point. But they're pretty stupid. I mean, that's the funny thing is like they're in a yard that's filled with dog poop and dog pee and just like dogs, you know. And they're like, no, this seems appropriate. This seems like a good place to hide out. Nidalicious, how you doing, my friend? Happy Monday. Mrs. Cheeserton wondered when the Sunday streams will start again. Yesterday, they will start again. Yesterday, there you go. More biodegradable than the other stuff we throw away. That's true. That's true. Lutz McElmer Fudd. I'm not trying to hunt rabbits. I don't want them to die. You guys, I'm like I'm a pacifist, you know? I don't want, you know, like I grew up in a very rural community where everybody hunts. And I'm like, I don't like hunting. Hunting is just like, I can't shoot a deer. What's this deer ever done to me? You know? I have to be on the lookout. I'm gonna go lurk while I beat booty on UFC 4. There you go. But I like how the B is in parentheses. Love it. How about the Guillume setup? Was impressive. Very impressive. I wanted to ask more about it, but I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to bother while he was playing the game. So yeah, it was pretty cool though. Like I wondered if I guess my question was I wondered if he had made it himself, it was made in like Unity or anything like that. Those were my main things, and then basically how it was captured, because it's pretty cool. It's almost like running a game, you know, like a little game environment in you know, with a game inside of that. So he's more than happy to answer usually if question makes sense. Have you? Nice. Did you get answers for those questions by chance? All right, my friends, what say we go ahead and get into today's game? I will kind of give you a little bit of a teaser. There is another game coming out this week that I am interested in. And I am hoping, I mean, we'll see if it releases in time for me to play it during stream on Thursday. But I think it should be for Friday for sure. But that game is called Sleeper Citizen. So I'm giving you a little teaser now. I'm even giving you the title of the game. Or Citizen Sleeper. I think I just butchered that. But it looks really interesting, and it's something that I would like to play. It comes out on the 5th, but again, it's more of a timing issue. I don't really know. It's Citizen Sleeper. I don't remember which one I said the correct. I don't remember which one I said first. It's Citizen Sleeper though. But it looks pretty interesting, and it comes out on the 5th. So if you guys are all cool with it, I think we'll end up playing that on release. So Mac Daddy, what's going on? Hello, hello. Let's solve a mystery, gang. Let's. Although I gotta figure out. So hiring Sergey is my last mission. Wait a minute. Oh, in-game date. Oh, I was looking at the in-game date rather than the autosave date. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. I was like, wait a minute. I haven't played this in May. Not till today. Mac, how was your weekend? He built a little Unity game with store-bought assets, then imports the play game capture as a texture and has that on the wall. So OBS is capturing layer, CRTM, and layer is capturing the play game. That's interesting. That's kind of what that was my guess, but I've never done anything really in Unity, so I wasn't totally sure on that. So that's awesome though. It's the first stream I've caught of this game. How are you liking it so far? It's a good game. It's a good game, but it is it's challenging, but not so much so that I feel like I want to quit all the time, which is a good balance for me. Because at least in my mind, I get a little impatient. You guys, if you've hung out around the stream long enough, you know, I get a little impatient sometimes. If I feel like I'm not making any progress, then I'm not really having a great time. But this game has done a really good job of balancing the trickiness, but also making it to where you're still progressing. That's breaking my mind. Can't complain about you. Similar. Had a pretty lazy weekend, but also lazy Saturday, but productive Sunday. So that was good. Meta for similar setups is a fixed camera and green screen textures on surfaces, but his is next level. Right, yeah. And that's something, I'll be honest, I've considered doing, you know, kind of like the Dr. Disrespect green screen textures with surfaces and everything. Yeah, his is next level. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Need to be half as creative as these folks, right? Me as well. I think the furry community is just a bunch of perverts, but they're actually very creative and industrious perverts. Very creative and industrious perverts. It's been a wild ride so far, but I think I've had a long enough break. I need to start thinking about the next paycheck. I did this before, right? Yeah, just in time, Justin. Ha. Better call him back as soon as possible. All right. Oh, geez. Wait, we have another bill, even though I haven't even played it. How long was her break? My goodness. Went stack monitors recently. I'm not going back. So much more space on the desk. Exactly. Right, Nonder? For sure. It's a little bit awkward to get used to like looking up, but it is, it's nice. Yeah. And I keep thinking like, I feel like this monitor is actually a little bit tilted. Just a tiny bit, which is kind of bothering me. Oh God. That was way too much. Okay. The only thing about stack monitors, how large is your main monitor? Because mine is 32 inch and it makes this upper monitor, like it has to be up pretty high. And I have like a pretty decent monitor arm setup, but it's at like its max range in order to be able to display this other monitor. So it's rather obnoxious. It's a very first world problem. I realize that, but I think if I was going to get another monitor now, I would get a 27 rather than a 32. So standard displays, but they are pretty big ones. Both monitors are on the same side. Gotcha. Both 32 inch. Dang. Okay. 32 inch 1440p like a plebe. A plebe? I'm just saying I would go 27 just for the real estate. But had an ultra wide, but it caused so many issues for streaming. Got rid of it. Yeah, I imagine so. Yeah, but you have two 32 inchers, huh? The top monitor of mine is only a 22. So got a 32 and a 22, but it works out pretty well for me. I've seen laughs on 32 inch 4K 144. Well, I do have 144, but yeah, 4K. I mean, can you tell the difference? I don't know. Dharma Adnan at yahoo.com made the news. The 144. Yeah, I will say this. I didn't really know how important refresh rate was until I did get a 144. Definitely do like a higher refresh rate. I'll say that. I wasn't sure. I always had the 80 hertz refresh up until this monitor, and glad I got it. Saw you on the news today, finally catching up to the old man, eh? Who knows, maybe you'll end up back at the SPF. Things here are good. I finally started that calligraphy class. Teacher said I showed potential, which is another way to tell me I sucked. House is a bit emptier since you cleared out all your old stuff. I think you took my CD player too, but I have my phone now, so it's fine. I did stop going to the community center events, so things are pretty quiet here generally. Look, it didn't go perfectly the last time we spoke, but it would be nice to hear from my favorite only daughter, but only if you've got time, of course. Anyway, talk soon, Dad. Between 4K and 2K, yes. I mean, not in-game, but in workspace. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll just be honest. Like, I have a 4K TV, and I will say, like, I can't really tell one of them being sharper than the other. I don't know. So, but workspace, I guess that makes sense. Darmok and Jalad, Tinagra. Wait, what? What are we talking about? To be fair, I can't push 4K games to 144 hertz unless they're rather old. Speaking of Darmok and Talad, has anyone seen Steph? I haven't seen her around lately. It's a Star Trek thing. Okay. So funny enough, Nonder, I actually just went through Paramount Plus this weekend, and I added Star Trek: The Original Series, a couple others to my to watch list. So I think I'm gonna try to do it during you know, work days. Just kind of leave them going. There's so many episodes, like it's just so overwhelming. But I would like to. I've never really watched Star Trek, and I would like to. New job openings. Wanted senior investigation officer, Grandis, Poynton, and Lloyd Associates. Experienced PI wanted for permanent medical investigator role. Experience with malpractice casework obligatory. Salary competitive, which means it sucks. Junior research assistant, quickfind.sg. Junior position, temporary contract, must have 15 years of relevant experience. No time wasters. Junior position, temporary contract, must have 15 years of relevant experience. That is just too real right now, huh? Chief Financial Officer, Tangerine and Kennedy Investigations, looking for candidates with experience running mid-sized investigation agencies. Sense of humor a must. That is just too true. Gosh dang it. This is just, that hits too close to home right now, huh? 15 years experience for the junior position, Chief Financial Officer, just as long as you're funny. Daily summary. CUU strikes. Coalition of United Unions targets distribution net. Worldwide logistics delay. Jobs report 0-hour contracts account for 80% of new positions. Australia elections. Frontrunner Baramba loses to Reinhardt. Ex-Coal CEO sworn in as prime minister. Local news. Shootout at local manor house. Police refuse to confirm number of deaths. Temple of the Self controversy. Leaders split on future of megachurch. Local politician woos voters. New arrival bucks trend with anti-corruption charge. Wow, this is a lot of these are just too real. Maybe start with the Next Generation, but the OG is pretty short. The OG is short. I did bookmark Next Generation as well. Or wait, was it Next Generation? I thought so. They're all pretty. I think everything is on Paramount Plus except for the first J.J. Abrams movie, which is one I have seen. I've seen the first and second J.J. Abrams movies, which is why I'm like, I know I would like Star Trek. I almost said Star Wars. I know I do like Star Wars. But that's why I know I would like Star Trek. I just need to actually watch it. Most cursed and typical job posting. I know, right? Entry level requiring experience is not entry level. Indeed. For TV/media consumption and gaming, above 1440 doesn't make sense. 1080p is enough, but for workspace, when doing video editing and such, there's no going back. If there was, I would have gone for 1440p over 4K. Otherwise, gotcha. For video editing, that makes sense. Yeah, I will say, when you're playing on a 2K monitor, playing in 1080p, you can definitely notice that it's not as crisp as things could be. So yeah, I bet if I had a 1080p, it would look, it's weird. I bet it would just look sharper. So the original series is 3 seasons, 79 episodes. Gotcha. Okay. But were those, one of them was like 50 minutes per episode, like right on the dot. 50 minutes. Was that the original series too? Made the news. Wait a minute. Did they send these same emails twice? Yes. Okay. That is the same email. This one's probably the same email too. I was wondering why I had so many emails. That's the same email. Okay. We have a daily summary and then our bill. But I'm pretty sure I haven't done any missions since the last time I've done or paid a bill. So, yeah. So got 2 sets of 3 emails. Fancy dancy way to underpay qualified people, right? You know how we be. Speaking of which, if any of you are Christian or ex-Christian or whatever, go watch the documentary on that megachurch Hillsong. It's on that Discovery Plus thing. Discovery Plus? Oh shoot. Good, but also very sad. Wait, Discovery? I don't think I have access to that. Is that totally separate? Or is that included with any other streaming subscriptions? Adpocalypse, otherwise it would be 22 minutes per hour. Yeah. 50 minutes per episode. That's what I thought. So it is still a decent commitment there. Almost 80 hours. It's almost, I think about like, that's almost like Dexter, basically. Dexter has, 8 seasons of what, 10, 12 episodes each. A separate streaming service, but it's good. Yeah, spam. Too many streaming services, I know. Yeah, way too many. That's one of the ones I don't have access to, I don't believe. Discovery Plus got merged into some service over here recently, HBO Max or something. Okay. New Dexter good. Okay, people are Nidalicious, I think that here's my understanding of it. I think it seems to be pretty well liked. Pretty well liked, and then generally throughout the series, and then seems to be torn on the ending. So it's basically it's Dexter. It's Dexter, baby. It's another season of Dexter. So, dear Mr. Army, your latest monthly rent, blah blah blah, $8,000 dues. I have to pay the bill. So, all right, great. So now I have to call Justin. I don't think I did this before. Need to watch the new Dexter too, but didn't want to pay for Showtime. Yeah, fair enough. Is it season 3 Dexter or season 5 Dexter? Okay, it is very, very different. I do have to give that caveat. It is very, very different. In my mind, like I was watching it and I was like, I wanted it to be like the old Dexter, but I was sort of like, no, this is just different. Like I didn't even try to compare it to any of the current seasons or, like the pre-existing seasons. So.
Sorry, who is this?
Very funny.
I'm just glad you have time to call an old man back.
Come by the office, old man. We'll chat.
So when you say season 3 or season 5, which one is good for you and which one is bad? Because I thought most people thought that season 4 was the best season. I feel like season 4 is the highest rated. But honestly, I enjoyed every season of Dexter. So sounds like a new similar show they forced a franchise on. Wait, what's that? Season 2 is your fave? Oh, is that right, Nader? That is actually Mrs. Magoots' least favorite season. Funny enough. I think it's a good season. I really thought that, honestly, season 1 through 4, really even, I'm trying to think, even 5, honestly. I think they were all like just really, really good. And then you could tell there was a change, but I still think that they were really good. I don't know.
I ran out of booze. Came to see if that bottle I gave you is still good.
You're just in time. Reckon it's got a few decades left on it.
Like what you've done with the place.
Which is what?
All you need now is the deer stalker and pipe.
You could use like a fresh coat of paint or something, Tension in season 2 is so good.
The Russian guy tried to bum a cigarette.
Yeah, Mrs. Magoots just really hates Lila. Like Lila's her least favorite character in the entire series. So that's why. Remember which season was which? I just know there was a cliff and the quality just yeeted itself over the edge. I think for most people, it's after. I think for most people, they kind of lost. I think it was at season 7, like season 6 going into season 7 and season 8. There's a big shift. And even I, like as a huge fan of the show, was sort of like, I don't know how much I like this as much as the old ones. But again, I still do like them.
You know about him?
Sergey, my first hire. He may look like a schlub, but he can turn the web on a dime. So, going to tell me why you're really here?
Yes, Justin.
Remember the Havelock incident?
The research center. Sure. Hard to forget.
I mean, I hate her too, but I think we were supposed to. Right, yeah. That is the general idea, I think.
What were the papers calling it? The flaming sword firebombing?
So, I don't know. With her accent too, she says Dexter, like Dexter. So sometimes we'll say it like that. I don't know. I say it like that and she's like, stop. So anyway, sounds like the new show may have been something that didn't have anything to do with Dexter at all to start out with, but they thought more people would be interested if they made it a familiar character and actor. Yep, potentially. I don't know. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't really know what the thought was, but it feels similar, but the same. It feels very different, but also the same. But it is quite different. I mean, the other thing you have to think about is when was the last season released? It's been a long time. It's been like 9 years or something like that, you know? So things have changed, like animation has changed, you know, just filming in general has changed. The other thing too is you think about like just basic things like, you know, Dexter, in the old show, like he had a flip phone, you know what I mean? Like he had, at the beginning of the show, he had a flip phone, you know, way fewer cameras out there. So they did account for more of like the update in technology in real life too. It's just really different. That's all, you know, I don't know. I don't think it's bad. I honestly really enjoyed the season, and this was the very first season that we watched weekly, you know, because the shows were getting released weekly. This is the first season of the show we watched weekly, and it was tough because I was like, man, I want to know what happens, you know? All the other shows, all the other episodes of Dexter we watched on Netflix when it was still on Netflix, so we could just go right into the next one, you know? So, yeah. Rewatching Justified right now. It's one of my faves. I haven't seen that before. Hey, 2 minute, but I'm enjoying Frankie and Grace. My wife has been binging the current season. Sam Waterston's character is fantastic. I've never seen that either. I actually haven't heard anybody even talk about it. So you've been enjoying it, though.
Don't get me started on the papers. The boys in forensics finally found their asses and concluded it was arson.
I'm going to be honest, I don't understand that quote there.
Wow, a real crack team you've got there. Since you're involved, I'm assuming they found bodies?
Only one, thank God. Place was empty except for our Jindo.
She's unidentified? How is that possible?
You asked why I was here. You want to know more? Meet me at the morgue. I'll be there from 7. Rendezvous with the coroner. I could really use your help on this one, kid.
Pro bono?
In this economy, we'll scrounge up some dough for you. At least, whatever your last client managed.
We?
Okay lah, me lah. I'll scrounge up some dough.
Justin.
Look, you wanted an SPF case. This is an SPF case. Not official, but close as I can get. The morgue,
I believe SPF,
7
if we recall, stands for Singapore Police Force. I actually don't remember for sure, but hey, Lady Iron. Hello, hello. Hello, friends, lovers, and countrymen. That's the greeting, right? Definitely. Nailed it. How you doing today? Sure is, lover. It's on Hulu, like 6 seasons. Timothy Oliphant is my man crush. Is that right? And it's called Justified. What is the, like, what's the genre? Is it a drama? Frankie and Grace are 2 women whose husbands determine they are gay, and the wives leave the wives for each other. It's a comedy. So I at least knew about it. I just hadn't heard anybody say that they watched it and enjoyed it or disliked it or, you know, whatever. I hadn't heard any opinions on it. That's kind of what I was getting at. Interestingly enough.
Bring the wine.
We're going to drink wine over dead bodies at the morgue. Sounds like a date. Oh, you're going on a date. You put on a shirt and you drive your bike to the morgue. What's going on, Moe? How you doing today? Happy Monday, my friend. He's an old school martial gunslinger set in modern times. Oh, really though. He even wears the cowboy hat, but it's done with really good humor, and he's very, very good at his job. I like it. All right, so we're going on a date. Before 7 p.m. Tanjong Pagar. Definitely nailed that. Okay. Right here, 7 p.m. It is now midnight. Wait a minute. How does that work? Before 7 p.m. Like at any time before 7 p.m.? I guess so. Okay. I don't know what's that song referenced. You've never seen Hot Rod? Hot Rod? Spooky. Spooky, please tell me you've seen Hot Rod. I'm now like waiting on pins and needles. It's from Hot Rod. Yes. Yes, it's from Hot Rod. Hot Rod, my friend. I changed the last word, but yeah. Other than that, okay. Thank God. Hey, what's going on, NCV? How you doing? Jesus, I love Hot Rod. Oh, such a good movie. Yeah, I got real worried there for a second, Spooky. I was like, I could have sworn I knew Nonder was a fan of Hot Rod, but I was like, I was pretty sure that we had also talked about Hot Rod. Cool beans. What's up, comma? Cool beans. Cool, cool. He's going to tell us he didn't watch Napoleon Dynamite. Gosh, I hope not. Sure hope not. Chillin'. Glad to hear it, NCV. The most egregious attempts to try and attach something to a previous franchise was a Swedish localized title for a movie. First, there was See No Evil, Hear No Evil, a Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor comedy about a blind guy and a deaf guy that witness a murder. And then there was Another You, same actors but totally different movie about pathological liars with totally different characters and story. No one is blind, no one is deaf. Swedish title, See No Evil, Hear No Evil too. Nice. Hot Rod is the only movie that has made me pee my pants laughing. Oh, it's so good. Gotta watch Hot Rod again now. Yeah. Gots to watch it. Babe, I gotta say what up to Sully. Sullivan, you chode. Oh, anyway, I don't know. Would like to rewatch Napoleon Dynamite. Feel like it would hit even better. Oh, for sure. For sure. I have both of those on digital DVD. I don't mean to brag, but I do. So we could also host a Discord movie night. I know Lady Iron wanted to host one, but I'm trying to remember. Was it? I think it was for Scott Pilgrim. We need to set that up, but it has been busy. Probably should have done it Saturday, though. I actually, I was being real lazy on Saturday. So, yeah. Justin says, you know that's not possible.
No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay, there we go. Woon Wai. And yet, here we are. Sorry, Justin. Facts are facts. Amira. Okay. I guess I can start poking around here. You have them on analog DVD? I love it. Analog. Money. Late Iron just says, yes, movie. These x-rays shows a comminuated fracture, but it's not pandy. Just another day at work for the medical examiner. I have no idea what any of that meant.
Amira?
Plastic and metal limbs freshly harvested, probably on their way to a clinic in the poorer parts of town. Wait, what? Harvested? Like organ donation, but with cybernetics? Talk to Justin. I want to see what this is. Fluid extraction pod. Few things in life creep me out as much as this thing. Medical staff love it, though. Keeps the job clean, simple, and sterile. Can I see what this thing is? No one complained when droids took over the morgue. Took a certain kind of temperament to work solely amongst the dead. Yeah. I have a feeling the shapeless mound is the reason I'm here. I bet you're right. Imagine owning physical media, right? Dad, what's a DVD? I just set up a stage and play it out in the living room when I press play. That's awesome. Sounds very, very cool. My kids are gonna make me feel so old. Honestly, my track kids make me feel old a lot of times. You know, like speaking of comedies, and they came out around a similar time period as Hot Rod. I think this Dodgeball was maybe a little bit, maybe a touch earlier, but yeah, like I'll quote something from Dodgeball, like, nobody makes me bleed my own blood, you know, and they look at me like I'm like from Mars, you know, like, what? I'm like, Dodgeball? Seriously? It just blows my mind. So bring me my chapstick. Got rid of all that before we moved. I have a few signed CDs, but everything else had to go. Dang. I did also downsize myself as well, so all my physical DVDs are gone, but I did rip them onto a hard drive before I got rid of them. Today I learned that Delicious apparently owns a theater, right? Nothing beats the analog experience. They've never lived in a world where the internet isn't in your pocket. It's true. Yeah. Canonically, Dodgeball is one of 2 films that Echo has seen. Wait. 2 films. Oh, gosh.
Gentlemen.
Dr. Lee Woon Wai, this is the help I was telling you about. That's not how you say that name. There's just no way. Maybe it's Woon Vai.
Amira Dharma, Chinatown Detective Agency.
I don't think so either. Miss Dharma, I am Woon Wai, State Coroner, This here is Dr. Jensen Lee, tending physician. Nasty business, especially for a fine lady like yourself to be worrying about. That's very sexist of you. ... Very well done bringing Julian Haslam to heal. Must have been quite an adventure.
Justin told me you had something unusual.
Oh my, straight to it, all business, this one. I don't know if this is on purpose or not. Uwoon UI. Uwoon UI. That's the name of this game. Cool. Right. I don't know if this is on purpose though. The voice acting like being only for certain characters and certain times. I'm guessing not, but I don't know. Is that like Hiroyuki Sanada? I don't know. The Havelock bombing, one victim currently unidentified.
God. How did the fire start?
Drones, 2 to be precise. Smaller one probably bought commercially, smashed a window, then a larger one dropped the payload. White phosphorus, not something you can just get anywhere.
Any leads there?
Last aired, SPF had a couple of guys on it.
We're looking at a murder.
You could bust it down to manslaughter with a good enough team. But my opinion, this was death by drone, signed, sealed, and delivered.
How is it the body has no name?
In the portrait? For Amira? Sun protection factor? I think it's Singapore Police Force, but I don't know for sure. I think the partial voice acting is intentional since you're a hero, but also budget. That could be. Yeah, so, like some of the characters do have voice acting, but it doesn't always come through. We tried everything. No identifying objects found on her person. Facial recognition is a no-go as the body, well, you've seen the damage. A search of the lab records turned up nothing. Apparently no one's worked there in years. Lastly, and this is where it gets downright spooky, no genetics on record.
She's not in the state census?
No DNA match at all. That is unusual. Mr. Arma, everyone in Singapore is on that database. You, me, your district MP, and his mother. But this woman, it's like she never existed.
Told you this was a good one.
Everything not burned up by the fire is on the table over there. And of course, we're at your disposal should you have any questions. Wink, wink. Wait, what?
I've had worse starts to a case, but not many.
Why would he say wink, wink? I guess that's like letting the character know, like the player, letting me, the player, know that, oh, Justin? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who that is, but, I mean, I don't know if the people are modeled after their voice actors in the game. I'm not really sure, so. Cyborg lady. That's what I am wondering. Maybe a cyborg here.
So, you'll take it?
You knew I'd take it as soon as it crossed my desk.
That I did. Too much of your dad in you. Well, my work here is done. Gentlemen, Miss Dharma, call me when you've cracked it.
All right, well. Investigate the object from the fire. Question Dr. Lee in corner Woon Y. Uwoon Uy. You'll know when you see him, I'm sure. All right, this is probably going to minimize the game, though. Yeah, sure did. Oh, okay, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, I don't know if that's him or not. Couldn't tell you for sure. All right, so questioning the doctor, but also what's the object? It said the object from the fire? Is the object over here? No, that's another person. Oh, it's this. Chunk of ceramic? No, a clay tablet. And what was that writing etched onto its face? All that was left was a few characters, rough lines and triangles scrawled in perfect bunch rows. There was something to it, something I could use. After all, sometimes getting results meant bending the rules. I realized that, I think it was last session I was playing this. I realized that this portion here, it's funny, her mouth is moving, but this is actually going on in her head. So that's why this isn't actually voice acted out loud. But I don't know. The other people were definitely speaking out loud. All right, let's talk to the doctor and the coroner. Dr. Lee, was it? Yes, ma'am. Sir, madam. Wait, what? Never spoken to a private eye before. Sorry. Oh, okay. Count yourself lucky. And Amira is fine. Mm-hmm. Violently chewing bubblegum. That could be. The whole head, like neck dip too. Cause of death. What was the cause of death? Asphyxiation. She suffocated. I do know what. Okay. Smoke inhalation, the most common way to go in these cases. That's true. You said the body was badly burned. Yes, it took the fire department several hours to get the fire under control. Her body is, I'll be honest, it's a mess. We just saw it, Amira. It's like charcoal. She definitely died on scene. 100%. The burns are consistent with her surroundings. So are the particulate in her lungs. Imagine when she's all out of gum. We're all doomed. Our Jane Doe died in that lab. Circumstances of death. What caused the fire? A white phosphorus payload, that's as much as I know. And anonymity. How many Jane Does have come across your slab recently? None, ever. Miss Dharma, Amira, I can't stress how unusual it is for a body to go unidentified these days. After the deregulation, the gene market took off. There's barely a base sequence in the human body that isn't copyrighted by some conglomerate. Everyone in Singapore gets gene tagged. You enter the city, you're on the record. But this woman, not only is she not, we haven't found a single trackable marker. Her eyes were gone, so we couldn't take an iris print. The fire was pretty intense. Her mouth basically fell in on itself, so dental records will be unreliable. The rest of her physical markers were burned away in the fire. But Miss Dharma, there should have been something. The woman on that slab doesn't exist. That's all for now, Dr. Lee. Have you ever seen anything like this? No. No, I haven't. Thank you for your time. I've gotten all I need from the doctor. So I need to ask the coroner now. Used to wonder how they knew all the unknown people were named John/Jane Doe. I know, right? That's impressive. How many Jane and John Does do you think there are? Oh gosh, that scared me. Whew. My coaster, my Mafia 3 coaster, by the way, sometimes just gets stuck on the mug and it then it falls off and makes me feel like something is gonna spill. Can you be legally named John or Jane Doe? I don't know. Mafia 3, great game. You played it before, Spooky? Oh my gosh. See, this is what I'm talking about here. We got I've already gotten 3 messages about track. Just wild. It needed fast travel, never beat it, sadly. Yeah, so the end sequence of the game is actually pretty good because you didn't have time because it lacked fast travel. It really does need fast travel for sure, though. It's also very repetitive. Like clearing out certain districts or, you know, getting the districts to ally with you in the game is very repetitive. But the end sequence actually was pretty good. I did enjoy it. Delectable Miss Dharma. Justin speaks very highly of you, the old dog. How can I help you, my dear? Just Amira is fine, thank you. Are you, like, you think you are allowed to smoke in a morgue? Oh, kind of weird. The tablet. Is that really all that was left from the lab? Are you suggesting? No, it's just an unusual item to find in a research laboratory. You can tell a lot about someone by what they leave behind. I remember a guy, a suicide out in Woodlands, whose entire apartment was filled with cat food. Not that strange, you might say. Guy never owned a cat in his life. Real head scratcher. Unusual it may be that tablet is a window into this girl's life. Maybe he's just feeding stray cats, though. Whoever she was. Would love to check out the Mafia 1 remake. Mafia 2 remaster was messy, but I liked it. Mafia 3 had great acting and story, but I never beat it. Way grindier than it needed to be. Should have been more linear like 2. I agree 100%. Yeah. Some games just don't need to be open world, for sure. Mafia 2, I really, really enjoyed 2. I never played the remaster, and I own Mafia 1, but not the remake of it. I don't believe. Oh, no. Yes, I do. I own the remake of Mafia 1. That one's actually pretty high. I forgot I got it in like a humble bundle. I forgot though. Like that one is pretty high on my list of games I'd like to play. Because Mafia 2 was super fun. I really enjoyed Mafia 2. So. Playing Red Dead Redemption 2 again. I'd rather just ride than use fast travel in that game. It feels faster. Really? RDR2 is exceptional for just wanting to be in the world. That's also true, because if you fast travel, you can't get those scenarios where somebody just randomly approaches you, you know? The message. Did you see the message left on the billboard? Not in person. Couldn't help but see it on all the news feeds. The Flaming Sword firebombing. The sign was hacked from out of the country, but that's all I know. The building. You mentioned the building was vacant? The laboratory in question was on the 4th floor. The rest of the building was empty or shell offices. The entire place was automated, part of the whole smart city thing. No receptionist, no janitors, no staff. Her lab, though, stacked to the ceiling with high-tech stuff. I'm no whiz kid, but I know an industrial-grade server bank when I see one. And yet, according to the records, not a single soul had entered that building since 2028. And it is 2037. Okay. Discover the victim's identity. Okay. Let's take a look at our evidence. There is none. Perfect. How do I see... Okay, so the tablet. How do I get to see the tablet? Maybe I have to leave. Except I can't leave. There's something else I gotta investigate, or... Gotten all I needed from the doctor. Coroner was of no further use, thankfully. Okay. If I hit back. Thank you both. You've been very helpful. Keep in touch, Miss Dharma. A message writ large with neon in description, proudly staking its claim. Okay, here we go. Clean case. You don't have to file any evidence. Less paperwork. A woman unknown to the world and life, now in death. Who were you? Why did someone want you not just dead, but erased? What did you do to deserve this? Damnatio memori? I needed to focus. I needed to unload on someone, preferably someone I could trust. Are we seeing Kieran? Return to the office to plan your next move. Okay. Yeah, still nothing in here. So I just have to go back to the office. All right. Back in Chinatown. Well, this is an intriguing case for sure. Hopefully I can actually look at the tablet that I picked up, though, at some point. 1 hour later. I think that the issue with this game is it's more like more sequenced than you might think. Just after we arrived, the message appeared. The hand that wields the flaming sword is burned by a fire that knows no master. Spooky. Oh, he said it. So now we have an SPF case with no leads and no clues. Except one. Oh, hey, wow. Look what you found. Stolen, maybe? No comment. So? There's writing here. I need to translate this. Good luck. Since death of old web, you'd need miracle. Or maybe I know a guy. Machine learning guy. Data goes in, results come out. Very basic compared to old web, but best in Singapore. Give me the name of language and maybe he can help. Start. Thanks, Sergey. Okay. So I need to figure out what language this is written in. Single clue. One chance. Time to get linguistic and hope Sergey can get us rolling. All right. Identify the language on the tablet. Call him once I've got it. There it is. Okay. Okay. Stone tablet covered in an unknown language. All right, my friends. So this is what we need right here. It is very old. It looks like it is very, very old. We've got basically just two, it looks like two letters. On stone. 2 letters on stone. All right. So what would we say this looks like? It's kind of like it's similar to like a Y and a backwards D, but not really. I shouldn't say 2 letters. We have 2 shapes. 2 shapes, and there's probably more letters. Sharks and fish to me. How you doing today, Octi? Fishies? I can see that now for sure. Sharks and fish. All right. Let's see if we can great googly moogly here. So what do we even look for? Language with 2 symbols. Images? We gotta find oh, okay, those are a lot of hand signs. Okay, there's so would I look for like a man? Okay, there's Sanskrit symbols. Definitely not that. What are some other old cuneiform? Cuneiform writing? Should we take a look at this? I feel like that's a lot closer. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Jessica. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing today? I feel like that was a pretty good suggestion there. Delicious. So it's like it's almost like a series of arrows. Doing great now that I'm back home. How was your trip? It was a trip? Sumerian? Ooh, wait a minute. Old, hang on. Very old symbol languages. $280 ancient language somethings on Pinterest. Kind of went to see my kiddo's grandparents. Gotcha. So everything was good though? It was a good trip. Positive, hopefully. Oh, wait a minute. Ancient writing. That's Hungarian. Interesting. Okay. Oldest language mysteries. Stressful but good. What are we doing today? So we're in the middle. Here, let me show you this. This is. We have to figure out. It might take a second for this to come up here, but we have to figure out what. I just realized that is. Hopefully that's better. Not leaving a line in the game there, but we have to figure out what language this is. So I'm kind of not really sure what to search for, but once we figure out what language this is, that would be good. Now, the thing is, I wonder when I have to say what language it is, I wonder if I'm going to have to type it out. But we got a series of basically 2 different symbols. And they end up making different, presumably words or letters using a series of the same symbols. Not really sure. But sure looks like cuneiform to me. How you doing, McDucky? Think so? Let's try going back to it. Okay, so cuneiform symbols. We'll just try looking at just maybe the different types of symbols. There are fish. There are different types of cuneiform. So there's outline character, archaic, Assyrian, and Babylonian. What it looks like. It kind of looks like. The thing is, I haven't seen the same symbol yet. Have you guys seen it? Maybe I clicked away from it too quickly. Been right for a Monday, staying busy for sure. How's everyone here today? I think I'm pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. The game is tricking us to go back to school, right? Did I click on this one yet? Circle sun. Thing is, yeah, it's just I don't know. Let's look back at the image one more time. I don't know. Because these aren't super straight lines. And a lot of everything here, it seems like pretty much everything is made of a straight line. I don't know, like maybe I'm looking into it too much, but it kind of looks like there's a bit of a curve here in these Y-looking shapes. And also in the top part of this, top part of each D, but it could just be like, calling these Ys and Ds, but obviously that's like a reverse D, like a lowercase. I don't know, kind of like a lowercase D, but yeah. Might not be, just the shape of the symbols remind me of the way cuneiform is made. I gotcha. Gotcha. I'm going to just search for, like, why can't I hold all D's? Y-shaped, wait, look at that. Y-shaped gluteal cleft. You gotta love it. Okay. Y-shaped, symbol letter. That's not gonna do it. Y-shaped, maybe just symbol. Probably not gonna do it either. Old language. Like, I don't know what to do. Ancient alphabets. Could it be on here somewhere? Yeah, it doesn't look like a Greek. Ancient and magical alphabets. Ah. Hey, Slothy. Hello. How you doing today, Slothy? Did you have a good weekend? We are trying to figure out some dang symbols, and I do not know where this thing is at. Is it? It's not Latin, is it? Oh, gosh, that would be sad. My assistant coach in track is, well, she's a Latin teacher, so she'd probably be kind of, see, it kind of looks like this one here, but these are cuneiform, right? And then the way that they're arranged, I feel like maybe it is supposed to be a cuneiform, right? Like, I don't know. What are we looking for? So we are trying to figure out which language this is right here. I'll take a second. This right here. Trying to figure out what language this is. Latin uses the same letters we do. So if I have to call Sergey, right? So to call him once you've identified the language on the tablet. Okay. So if I call him, I have to imagine it's going to get multiple choice, right? Also, he's like right over here. Oh, no, he's not. Okay. All right. So I guess I'll call him. Let's try to call him and see what happens. Yo, might have what you need. Okay, I do have to actually type it out. Should I do it? A very late night weekend, so your girl is sleepy. Fair enough. How about this? This work? Oh, gosh. Making cuneiform tablets in gingerbread. That does look more like it, though, for real. Some of those really do. Okay, well. Guess is Babylonian. All right, let's check that out. Babylonian. Babylonian symbols. Ah. Oh, okay. I think I agree with you here, Nidalicious. And possibly numbers. Possibly some numbers. Now I just want gingerbread, right? I know. I know. Could eat a nice cookie. Yeah, let's go with that. Babylonian. Yeah, because look at this one here. Look at that. Aha. So we've got, I think it's a series of numbers. Yeah, those are definitely numbers. So let's take a look back at it. Well, I guess I can't right now, can I? I can't. Okay. Babylonian. Did I spell that right? Babylonian? Babylonian. Yeah, there we go. All right, submit it. Check with my guy. Wrong language, boss. Need another. No way. Is it just going to take cuneiform then? That's got to be it, though. So what do they call it? It just says cuneiform. So maybe we'll just try cuneiform then. So maybe we'll just go back to your guys' original. But this looks much more correct, like in terms of the shapes. There's only two shapes. So let's try cuneiform. Oops. Wrong button. Nope, another miss. Oh my gosh. Cuneiform seems to be a method, though, not a language. Okay. Babylonian numerals. So, looks like Babylonian numbers, right? Yeah. So what could we do? Babylonian, maybe just numerals. Okay, so we look at this. Wolfram Demonstrations Project. Okay. Babylonian number system was a positional-based 60 or sexagesimal number system built from two symbols. Later versions featured a placeholder symbol for 0. But even this is calling it Babylonian numerals. So maybe, do you think maybe I have to put in numerals? Right, I know. A little bit of a oh my there. Maybe I gotta say numerals then, specifically. Maybe Sumerian? We try that. I'm gonna try numerals and then I'll try Sumerian. How's that? Babylonian numerals. Still wrong. Okay. Try Sumerian. Sumerian. Sumerian it is. Sumerian, well done, PI. Talk to my guy, it'll take a few. Meet me at food market in 3 hours. Your treat. Wait, which food market would that be? Chinatown in 3 hours, okay. Charles has the squiggliest brain. That indeed. That indeed. Wait, yeah, this food center there. I can go there now. So hang on a second. Let me, since we're kind of paused now, Sumerian numerals, maybe? I guess just because it's Yeah, pretty much the same. All right, well done, everybody. Well done. Mir, I didn't expect you this early. I ordered already. Wait, I get to choose what I eat? What do you guys want to eat? Chicken rice, laksa, or fishball noodles? Sumer and Babylon are pretty much the same area, but the Sumerian culture was several thousand years older. Gotcha, okay. Alaska? Wait, you want this one here? Looks good. Let's do it. How do I, we'll order it. Oh, hey, good choice. What have you got for me? My guy lost his poop. Thought it was the genuine article, thousands of years old, you know. Spoilers, it's not. Still, translation. Sergey, this is amazing. Hey, that's why you pay me the big bucks. Okay, gotta run. This case has legs and I need to keep up. Later. All right, so it just made me spend $18. Turns out it's the gingerbread cookie. All right, so the translation is this. More here than I expected given the size of the tablet. Whoever had etched the Sumerian across the thing had packed in a lot of meaning for so small a space. It concerned something known as P. Fear pours off the pages. Whoever our victim was, she knew something was about to go down. But then, could it be? Hey, Peachy! 3 months? My goodness. Thank you so much for that, Peachy. Cheers to you. Happy 3 months indeed. How you doing today? How was your weekend? An address in Kalang and an access code? Did she leave this on purpose? Only one way to find out. Guess I'm headed to Kalang. But then could it be Peachy? Right? Could it be Peachy? So we have a mysterious access code of 2603. Okay. Mysterious address in Kalang. Right? That timing. Weekend was good. Harley turned 6 yesterday, so yikes, where did the time go? Right, I know. I know. Evan actually saw that one of my cousin's kids turned 5, and I'm like, there's just no way he's 5 already, you know? Kid's growing up so fast. It didn't look like an apartment. It looked kind of like a sports arena. We're just going to watch this guy. Cleef, the angry neighbor. Ma'am, I've called the police. Enough is enough. Door structural integrity remains at 100%. Please desist from your assault. This guy knocking on the door. Okay, I guess I can talk to him. Anything else? Can't really interact with anything else. Are you the police? I am, in fact, yes. This woman has been doing something for the last hour. Just listen to that din. Every night, the same thing. Now, I appreciate carpentry as much as the next person. But officer, this is ridiculous. You did the right thing, sir. Of course, if you wish to interrogate me, I'm ready and willing. Anything to help your inquiry. Will. The park that owns our current home came and looked at it today, so we'll hear from them soon how much money they're going to give us for it. The park? You guys are, I know you're in the process of moving, but I didn't realize your current home was park territory. Noise? You said the noise occurs every night? For the past 3 days. It's unbearable, really. Unbearable. Thank you for your constructive critique. Resident? Who lives here? Oh, I don't know her. Only saw her once or twice. Young girl, keeps to herself. I always assumed she was a doctor with that coat. And you don't know anything else about her? Nothing else at all? Apart from the fact she enjoys torturing her fellow residents? No. But you know your neighbors. Oh, do you know your neighbors? I mean, really, in this day and age? Buffy's new afternoon entertainment. Switching, sitting, and staring between the two of us to see who will give her dinner closer to 3 p.m. instead of 4 p.m. Today, Dr. Licious lost at 3:29 p.m. Dang, I just tell my dogs, go lay down. Go lay down. Where's that voice coming from? Oh, it's some danged personal assistant thing she rigged up to her doorbell after people started complaining. It's dumber than a bag of spanners. See ya. Manages to talk its way around you. Though. Really? Thank you for desisting your assault. I'll take it from here. You need a witness statement? I'm in 34B. Good day. Farewell from the mysterious voice. We live in a mobile home park, so we have to give them first dibs when we plan to move. We're selling it back to them as is. Oh, I got you. Okay. We tell Buffy no. She looks at us like, how the F dare you? Construction completed. Right, try entering the translated access code you obtained from the Sumerian tablet, which was 2603. This residence is currently unoccupied. Please leave a message or return at a later date. 2603. All right. I don't think we're going to walk into another, like, sex den this time. Welcome home. The place is as sterile as its owner's current residence. White walls and floors bring to mind the cold inhumanity of the morgue. I was going to say, I'm not sure I followed that. Hello. You are not... Sorry about that. Who? Apologies, there appears to be an error with my vocal processor. I am currently unable to vocalize the name of my proprietor. How odd. I'm gonna say that someone refuses to give me dinner. How the F dare you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, same as my luggage. That's the stupidest password. Only an idiot would have that as a password. Love to see that. Raise his hand. I actually, I have one of my luggage, maybe both. I can't remember. They do lock, but I never use them. Is that bad? We were quoting Spaceballs. I've also never seen Spaceballs. Sorry, I haven't. We were, but I'm an idiot still. What are you? I'm a caretaking routine. Functions include but are not limited to calendar management, automated note-taking, activity monitoring, sustenance stockage, admission filtering, and procedural correspondence generation. Thank goodness. You scared me. So, not an alarm? Intruder alert systems are currently not part of my purview. I do not think believe they were necessary. It seems was incorrect. Proprietor. Who created you? I was created on 4th of June, 2028 by... Can you spell out the name of your owner? Prolonged static. Okay, fine. Can you tell me anything about her at all? I'm afraid all records of my proprietor were erased. By who? Prolonged static once again. Sumerian. What's with your owner's obsession with Sumerian? It seems to follow her around like a bad smell. Sumerian is one of the oldest codified languages known to man. My owner's vocation concerns the psychology of dissemination of languages in artificial learning environments. It is natural would look to mankind's roots to establish a new future for their progeny. She was teaching languages to all AIs? A simplified summary, but yes. All right. So we have this computer. Why is it that every room just has a computer in it? Small, but this thing probably weighed a ton. No getting in here without a code. What is that? Okay. We got to use the computer. Should have feigned taking offense instead. Could have dragged this out for days. Would have felt so bad. That's just mean. You were mean first. You called me an idiot. Do you have to leave at 10 to meet my realtor at the new house? Getting quotes about some electrical work that needs to be done. Gotcha. Well, hopefully all that goes pretty well. I think I actually have any luggage that has a lock. Oh, really? You're just saying that based on the movie? Top of the line model. In fact, I've never seen a personal computer this advanced. Auto startup, a motion sensor, perhaps? It can't be that easy. Desktop was as sparse as the apartment, a single folder. Incredible that such a powerful machine was being used as a simple makeshift diary. Okay, so a couple opened notes and then 2 unopened notes. I'm going to start from the beginning, potentially. Help me.txt. There's reports. Yeah, these dates don't seem to be in order. Huh. TSA are going to break it open anyway. That's probably true. Yeah. All right, I guess we'll just start at the top. The numbers are the key. Does that mean February 16th, 2031? This was 6 years ago. I can feel his eyes on me. Maybe too late. If anything happens, he'll make sure I'm untraceable. That's the power he's amassed. But if anyone, if you find this, find Harry. He's the only one who can stop him. Can't leave location here. Too risky, but I left it in the safe. The numbers are the key. He never got the hang of cuneiforms. That'll get you to Harry. I will return to Singapore, I hope. Pray it's out of his reach. It was just a job, a distraction. Except for Harry, just a job. We never saw the cruelty, the pain. Please forgive us. Mood, stop him. More numbers. Yes, these are definitely Sumerian numbers. This is what I need to translate. Okay. Wonder if that'll show up in my evidence or if I have to continue going back here every time. Let's read all these notes. So this is 2029. So we are in fact going in most recent to least, I guess oldest. Didn't know about those rules. They broke my dad's luggage. Really? Sounds expensive, like all things when buying a home. Yeah, true. Luggage, no locking device for it. Safe, right? Yeah, I've never used mine. Sick today, forced home from the lab despite protestations. Work progressing. Acquisition approaching juvenile levels, although it has a real problem with context-based logographs. Food, protein supplement, vitamin shake ×3. Mood frustrated. Okay. We have 2 more to read. December 23rd, 2028. Therapist didn't work out. Kept trying to place importance on family, friends, relationships. Could see his eyes flare when I failed to show interest like a collector finding a rare specimen. Spent the next hour trying to tease out some imagined trauma. Didn't work. He took it personally. Dead bird on the way home. More and more these days. Pollution probably. New transliteration progressing. Another tax record. Chickens and grain and pigs. Interesting didactic undertone. Must inform the museum. New job offer. Some research lab. Out of country. Not entirely facile. Might see what they have to offer. Mail from mother. Had doorbell wrote response. Mood content. Okay, so we're getting a little background on the fact that this person did not want to have a family. That's my death date? Wait, not really, just yelling things at the void, seeing what sticks. May 8th, 2029. So now this one is not in order anymore. Red letter day, we're still a way away from version 1.0, but 0.9 is performing so far beyond expectations it almost doesn't matter. Booted up the sim, started small, modest investment. Within hours, we were seeing 4-figure returns. We had to shut down as we were getting outside interest from MAS. Must have thought we were a bunch of hackers flaunting the system. They should be so lucky. One strange item. First shutdown didn't work. Before the protocols landed, they were intercepted and canceled. Second set got through as normal, but for a moment, it was as if the thing was resisting. Follow up with Harry tomorrow. Mood excited. Interesting. Okay. So let's see. Do we have something in the evidence? We, in fact, do not. So I'm going to take a picture of this. Let me just put it on my phone so I can look at a separate screen here. All right. Bloop. Just one major job that could cost a couple $100 redos. That is good. That is a good thing. All right. So here are our numbers. All right. Let's figure this out. I'm going to set this like right here, so I can glance back and forth at it. Alrighty. I don't have a ton of time, but not doing too bad on time either. So if I come up here, I'm sure I saw some number symbols around here. Okay, there we go. All right. So this is actually paused the game currently, or game time. Sumerian numerals. So it looks like the first one is if we're using this right here, we have a 3. And then we've got 5. I'm going to call them D's. Like I said, Y's and D's. So we have 3 Y's. The second bunch is 5 D's and another Y. So the D's represent, looks like a 10. But then the Y compared to these, that's interesting here. So this one, let me hide my camera real fast. So I think you guys can see 60 here. It's like we have one of the Y's and then a D that makes 60. So this one here is four D's plus a Y. I feel like the order has to matter, right? Lowercase y or capital Y's? I mean, they all look the same. Like these all look the same. Couple $100 dues sounds so much less than a couple thousand crowny dues. Yeah, right. Replacing a cable, but I don't think it needs to be replaced entirely. Just the cover of it's shredding off, but I'm not an electrician, so right, yeah. Almost seems like Roman numerals in a way. Right, yeah. I think it's a lot like Roman numerals. So you think the order matters then? So the first one we've got, like I said, it looks like this. 3 Y's, right like this. Okay. Actually, let's take a look at this one here. So we have 2, 3, and then 4. That's a rather large... way that's kind of drawn up. So yeah, just to show you guys, maybe I should go back. Can't really show you it here. Is there a way for me to, probably not a good way for me to do it. Let's see. Yeah, it does seem like Roman numerals though. Like you get to 5, then the order switches from DY to YD. A Y in front of D is 50. A Y behind is 1. Hold phone. Yeah, I could show you that. 1 second here. Try to get you the biggest image possible here. All right. So you guys are seeing it the way that it should be. So this right here is the first one. So we have Y, Y, Y. 5 D's in a Y. 3 D's. 7 Y's. And then a D and 2 Y's. The triple D is tripping me up, right? Yeah. That showed 30 on this one here. This shows like a 30. Right here. 351, 30, 7, 12. Okay, so 3. Yeah, I agree with 3. And then you say 51. So 5 before. So this is the one that's kind of throwing me off here. So this is Y in front is 50. Behind it is 1. Okay, that would make sense. So a single, but that's the funny thing. Like, what's the difference between 1 and 50 then? So this is like a 1. And also, what's this mark here? Like in the one on this right column here, there's like a 100. So there's 2 Y's and then a little hash, little tick. What was the second symbol? Second symbol was 5 D's and a Y. Right. Oh gosh, right there. Charles says, agrees with McDucky. This reference chart is a little different than the source they use for the game. You think so? I feel like the front Y should start at 60, not 50. Wait, this one here? Or you're saying this one. Okay. Yeah, let's see. So 351. Yeah, it's interesting. What does this one do? What does this button do? So does this one show the same? Yeah, this is pretty much the same one here. Ah, okay. This is such a tiny chart, though. So we have 1, 5, 9, 13. So this one put Yeah, okay. So that does seem to agree with you, McDucky. 30. So you said 7 and 12. I think that that does seem correct. Too much shenanigans on a Monday morning. I think this chart you're looking at has y equals 50, but it should be 5d is equal 50 and yd is 60. Okay. Yeah, where does this one show 50? 40. This one actually skips. There's 51 right there, which is the same symbol that we're seeing. So yeah, this chart actually seems to be maybe more in line with what we're seeing in the game. So, oh, it counts this way. Okay, so 40, 51, 60 there is just a single Y. Okay. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Let's try it out then. What do we say? We say we go with 351, 37, 12. All right. I'm guessing I don't have to put any spaces in this here. 3, 5, 1, 30, 7, 12. That wasn't it. Uh-oh. Did I type it in right? Three, 5, 1, 3, 0, 7, 12. Redeem a party if Mr. McDucky is right. Messed up. Okay, so I did type it in the way that we thought. Okay, so let's go back to this little... I wish I could make this bigger. I can at least do this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 10, 12, 20, 60, 65, 100, 120. Well, poops. Sumerian. Okay, so maybe we gotta actually read a little bit here. There's also Babylonians, but we know it's Sumerian. Sumerians were originally peoples from the Caucasus that moved into southern Mesopotamia about 4000 BC. Devised a system of writing based on symbols incised in clay with a stylus. Accountants developed number system based on circles and cones impressed in clay. The cone was the unit symbol, and the circle signified a number of units, typically 6 or 10. The value of a symbol depended on its place in a series of symbols. Reading from the right, values increased by a factor of 10 or 60. Initially, different conventions were used to enumerate different kinds of objects, but standardization occurred over time. The original pictograms were, over centuries, further developed into a simplified system of writing using ideograms called cuneiform. So maybe we just try it from the right to start. So in this case, we do 12, 7, 30, 51, 3. Nope. Not that one. Okay. But maybe, do the symbols themselves? Yeah, that. Yeah. So do you have to read the symbols themselves from the right? Okay. By around 2200 BC, the Sumerians were using a place value sexagesimal number system that only had 2 numerals. Vertical stroke was the unit symbol and a wedge was the 10 numeral. The rightmost position represented the numbers 1 through 59. The rightmost position? 1 vertical stroke represented the number 1, 2 strokes represented the number 2, 9 strokes the number 9. 1 wedge represented the number 10, so 2 wedges the number 20. A unit numeral, the vertical stroke, in the second position had a value of 60. A space was used to separate numerals in the first, rightmost position from those in the second position. I feel like this game has been inspiring a lot of learning. That it has. That it definitely has. The vertical stroke symbol in the third position had a value of 3600. Wikipedia usage has seen a massive uptick since this game's been released, right? Learning of useless information mostly. I probably won't use this too often, but Never know when Sumerian mathematics will come in handy. Could end up being a Trivial Pursuit wizard after this. You never know. When representing the number 60, the place to the right had no value, so that the number 60 was represented the same way as the number 1. This ambiguity was resolved by referring to the context in which the numbers appeared. We still use a base 60 for seconds in a minute and for minutes in an hour. Counting boards, in a similar concept to the abacus, were used to aid in computations. These boards were shaped like a checkerboard with rows and columns used to represent numbers. Okay. We don't have any single ticks. What do we call it? Vertical strokes versus wedges. So vertical strokes and wedges. So we just, I don't think that, I'll put it this way. I don't think that I need to read on the image that she had on the computer. I don't think I need to read that right to left. I think I still read that left to right. I just think we messed up one of the numbers. So, but interestingly enough, like if we look at 51 on this little chart right here, hard to see, but I'll try to blow this up. So this one right here, that is 51, that looks like pretty much the exact same thing we're seeing here. So we must have messed up a different one, I guess. This says 12, so that's on there. This is 7. So we have 3, 51, and there is 30 right there. 7, 12. But there are spaces in between. So maybe, do you guys think I need to type the spaces? I could try that. So 3, 51, 30, 7, 12. Maybe just typing in the spaces? No, doesn't like that either. Well, poop. We'll try the spaces maybe from the right. Oh, get wrecked. Karen Uwu. See ya. See ya, Chief. 12, 7, 30, 51, 3. Maybe that wasn't right. Okay. Backwards of spaces, yeah. Dang, I wanted to buy followers. Too dang bad, Peachy. Well, son of a gun. This sure seems right. Dang, Lutz, dang. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sort of at a loss, my friends. I gotta say, this sure seemed correct. Oh, God. That's too... Can't really read that. Okay. Grats, I felt pretty confident with those numbers. Right, I know. Tell me you're from the Midwest without telling me you're from the Midwest. Dang it. What in tarnation? Babylonian numbers. About 2000 BC, the Babylonian civilization replaced the Sumerian and Akkadian nations in Mesopotamia. The Babylonians used a positional-based 60 number system derived from the Sumerian system. Babylonian numbers were written from right to left and used two basic uniform numerals, the unit symbol and the 10 symbol. As in the Sumerian system, other numerals were formed by combining the two symbols. Rightmost place was for values from 1 to 59. This next place to the left was for multiples of 60 through 3,540, etc. Representing a number that was a multiple of 60, the place to the right had no value. So the number 60 was represented the same way as number 1, and 120 the same way as 2. Babylonians got around this ambiguity by relying on context to determine the trailing places with no value, by leaving an empty space where a place with no value occurred elsewhere. This was not an ideal situation. Around 400 BC, scribes started using an additional symbol, a small null or 0, to denote an empty place. Okay, so that actually might be helpful. So in this case, like the number 3 would be the same as like a number 180. Right? So number 3 and number 180 could be the same. I think the numbers are right. It's just the order. Maybe it's like Chinese where it's read vertically. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. So again, the number on the right is the rightmost was the values from 1 to 59. Next place to the left for the multiples of 60 through 3,540. So the number on the left you multiply by 60, right? So in this case, like this 120 is basically a 2. Basically, this number is 20. We would say this would be 20. So it's a 2 and then a 0. Do I need to translate it like that? It's a 20, but the numeral system, instead of in, ours is base 10, this is base 60. So really this is 20. I don't know. This is like a 2-0. Left number and a right number. I don't know. This one's 100. So this is 1. This would be like 14 basically. But again, 14 in base 60 is 100. So not really. I don't even know. I don't freaking know. So, but these symbols right here, like we found a symbol for each one of these. But we also have to realize that some of these could have multiple meanings. Like this number here could be 3, or, well, yeah, so this number here could be 2, or it could be 120. So this number could be 3, or it could be 180. So, yeah. Maybe I try 180. But see, that's so many different combinations now. The exception of this one. I think this one is always going to be 7, right? Well, I guess maybe not, though. Got to get going for today. Good luck with everything. Have a good Monday, Lutz and chat. Appreciate that, Peachy. We will do our absolute best on this. This is rather tricky, though. Sumerians seem confusing. That, indeed. Indeedly. This one is 75. So we got 5 here, and that is 70. So this is actually equal to 60, 70 plus another. Okay. Yeah, that's tricky. Is the difference between the 2 and the 120 the space between the symbols? That's a good question. I don't know if that is a difference or not. 2 seem to be touching, 120 has a little space. Yeah, you are correct, especially in this image. I don't know. That could be on purpose. But it also, like, now I'm thinking about this. This could actually be, couldn't this be three different numbers? So this 2 here, right? Like this could be 2, or it could be 120. Or if we have one of this representing a 60 plus then another one, it could be 61, right? So it really could be 3 numbers, 2, 61, or 120. Does anybody else follow and agree with me on that? Because if one of these is a 60, if we were trying to write 61, I think we'd also need 2 of these like strokes next to each other too. Okay, so let's try this. I'm going to try just the first one with 180 and then try all the rest. So it's 51, 37, and 12. And that wasn't it. Could this be a date? 2, 3, 4, 5. 120 is 2 60 symbols. Right. Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's why I feel like it could actually be. So in this case, it could also be 121. I feel like. So we have 121. It's just a lot of different combinations. 51, 37, 12. Wasn't it either? I think the second number definitely has to be 51, right? I think so. Because how else would you represent? So the wedges, 5 wedges. So it's this one here. This is the same symbol. 5 wedges and then a 1. But if you notice, like, I don't think any of these, well, maybe they are, though. Could be 51, or it could be, what's 6 times 60? No, that wouldn't be it. Holy crap, Moe. Oh my good grief, dude. Sheesh is right. Moe, holy crapola. 1,500 gold coins. Are you out of your dang mind, Moe? Can we get a massive cheers up? And there's going to be a party on me, my friend. Party on me. Holy crap. Everybody get your tankards up in the air. We're throwing a dang party in Moe's honor. Let's go. Let's freaking go, Moe. Holy crap. From the window to the wall, to the wall, till the meat spills out my hall, my hall. Oh, these Vikings crawl, crawl. Oh, ski, 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 ski. Oh, ski, ski. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, ski, 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 ski. What is going on? Oh, man. Oh, man. We got Spooky coming in with 250 gold coins as well. Make a choo-choo happen while I'm in my work meeting, chat. I dare you. You're in your work meeting currently? My goodness. Wowzers. I owe you a cheers as well, Spooky. Hopefully the meeting's not going too bad. Coleman, let me, I was thinking maybe I'll just draw this thing out. Should I do that instead? Do I have a pen handy? I do. There's one over there. Okay, hang on one second. Octave, you guys never been one to sleep on a dare. Cheers to you. Thank you so much, Octave. You guys have officially kicked off a hype train. Oh my goodness. Here I am failing at trying to get these puzzles going, and you guys were like, whoa, hype train. My goodness. Hopefully this thing works. I actually don't think I've written with this pen a single time in my life. Let's see. Get out my clipboard. I'll try to draw this just so maybe I can make the symbols larger than they would appear. I don't know if that'll help or not. You guys think it would help? Or should I just show my phone again? Were they large enough from my phone? Also, I'm terrible at drawing. So maybe I'll try the phone first. And I've got pen and paper here if I need to draw it. All right. Here's the symbol. Here's what we're trying to decode, Coleman. Is this large enough? They're a little bit funky because they're greenish colored. So, and you are saying it correctly. It starts over here. So the 3 vertical strokes, 5 wedges, then a vertical stroke, 3 wedges, 7 vertical strokes, and then a wedge and 2 vertical strokes. So that's how that is currently, that's what we're trying to decode. Does that help? Wish there was a way to, I can keep it on screen if I were to take like a screenshot of it and add it as another source. Maybe I'll do that. Because we're probably going to have to, I don't know if we're going to figure this out in the next 10 minutes and solve the mission. But you guys, thank you seriously so much for starting the hype train. Not necessary. Definitely not necessary. Very appreciative, but definitely not necessary. I'm just glad to be hanging out here, getting some help on this puzzle. Oh my gosh. Lady Iron, also 500 gold coins. My freaking goodness. What has gotten into you guys today? Let me put some Mountain Dew in your Cheerios. Thank you so much, Lady Iron. 500 gold coins as well. Good freaking grief. Woohoo, failed puzzles. Thank you to you. That is exactly, yeah, that is the same sequence that McDucky gave earlier too, Coleman. Yeah. 350, 30, 7, 12. 51, I should say. 351. So yeah, I'm rather stuck. Rather stuck. That seemed, I mean, that really seemed correct, you know? So, but the 3 vertical strokes could either be 3, 180, or it could even be like 121 or 62. Right? So it's actually 4 numbers. Could it be 62? I did try 180 instead of 3, but I didn't try 62. Maybe I should try 62. 62, 51, 30, 7, 12. You don't think it might be an ordering issue? It could be. I wasn't right either. So you think I need to start with the rightmost symbol? Maybe try switching those ones around. So we'll do 12, 7, 30, 51. And then do we want to try? We already did. Let's see. So we'll try 180 to start. That wasn't right. Okay. 12, 7, 30, 51. I tried 180, so we'll try 121. That wasn't it either. Okay, last of those 12, 7, 30, 51. And I said 62. Wasn't it either. I don't know. You guys, thank you so much, seriously, for the level 1 hype train. I definitely, me failing these puzzles did not deserve that. But your generosity is not going unthanked. So thank you all so much, seriously. A big cheers to everybody for hanging out with me. Also trying to help out with the puzzles. Cheers. How do I feel about looking up hints for these puzzles? I think what I might do, I can actually call the librarian. I lost my mouse there for a second. Let's call our librarian friend. Charles, we'll try Charles's answer first. So you said 330. Wait, how'd you get that number? 330, 51. 7, 12? We'll try it. 330, 30, 51, 7, 12. That's not it. We'll call Mei Ting real quick. The librarian is kind of like the in-game hinter. Wondering when you'd have something new for me?
Wonder no more.
Ask for a hint.
Got some numbers here. Sumerian. Need your help translating them.
Ooh, tough draw. Top of my head, you'll need to look into the Sumerian counting system. I don't remember the specifics, but it's way different to our modern system.
That's a solid lead. Thanks, Mei Ting.
Okay, we already got that much. Top number, then read down left to right. Top number. Let's try calling her again. See if she gives a second hint or if it's... Oh, I have to ask for the solution? Uh-oh. What if we do this? What if we ask for the solution and then we work our way backwards from the solution to see if we can figure out, like, to understand it? Does that sound okay? That is not a solid lead, Mei Ting. Right. I guess she's just trying to tell us that it's base 60 instead of base 10. That was her hint on that. Friendly computer. Thanks for the follow. Cheers. I'm glad you're friendly. Most of the computers we get here just want to sell me followers. Cheers to you. Let's do it. Yeah, let's see if we can figure out the solution, or we'll get the solution, see if we can figure it out working backwards.
Beating my head against the wall enough, I think.
Okay, so to our eyes, there are 4 distinct numbers there. 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's only 4 numbers? Actually, it looked like 5 to us, right? If you're able to work backwards from the solution, I'll be super impressed. Really? So she said 4 distinct numbers instead of 5. When you translate the symbols directly, they become 3, 51, 37, and 12. Interesting. So they combined. Now that's weird. So it was 4 numbers. So instead of 30 and then 7, it was 37. But the spacing in there, that's interesting. I wonder if that's... Does that seem... Because look. So okay, let me hide my camera so you can see this real fast. So that's what she said right here. 3, 51, 37, 12. Totally disagree that it's 37 instead of 30 and 7. I know, I'm with you. Because look at this again. The spacing. Actually, I can just show you on screen now. But the Sumerians used a base 60 counting. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So I'll show you this real quick. So she's about to give us the correct answer, but yeah, look. So this is still like the spacing between these two numbers is equal to the spacing elsewhere. So I don't know how this is only supposed to be 4 numbers instead of 5. So let's see what she says. Base counting system. Without going down the rabbit hole, we use a base 10 system to take our number 1000, for example. Symbols there, 1, 0, 0, 0 represent 1 times 10 to the power 3 because there's a 1 and 3 zeros. So that 3 in the Sumerian system, that's 3 times 60 to the power 3, because there are 3 distinct numbers after it, and the Sumerians use 60 as their base. Do the same to the exact number, to the next number, 51. So it's 51 times 60 to the power 2 because there are 2 more numbers after it. Keep doing it with all the numbers, add them all up, and you get 833,832. So I understand that, but that's still like, I don't get how that's 4 numbers instead of 5. So, okay. 833,832.
Thanks, mating. No way I'd have gotten that on my own.
All right. 833,832. Code accepted. Bingo. New Delhi, huh? There's something on the other side. As for man, his days are numbered. Ominous. Okay. Well, unfortunately, my friends, so I'm going to write that down. 833,832. 3 times 60 to the third, plus 51 times 60 to the second, plus 37 times 60 to the first, plus 12 times 60 to the 0th. Nope. Okay, gotten out our trusty notepad. So 833,832 is our code. I just wrote that down for next time. Unfortunately, I have a meeting starting right here. What a bonkers puzzle. Right, I know. Absolutely bonkers indeed. Again, I honestly think we could have potentially worked that out because I was doing some calculations in base 60, but like, I still don't understand how there's 4 numbers there instead of 5, but I don't know. Anyway, my friends, we must head to the tavern. All right, my friends, I got to run real quick, so I'm going to go ahead and throw these credits up on the screen. Thanks seriously for everybody trying to help me with that. That was a very tough puzzle, and I think maybe even a little bit flawed. But we got Cheers Day from Moe200, Lady Iron, Spooky Deer, and Octipiece. Thank you all so much, seriously, for that. Our mod squad of the day was Coleman, Curry, and Octi, and Luthbot got in on the action as well. We got a follow from Friendly Computer, a resub from Peachy Stars, and our Ko-fi members are Chaotic Coleman, Iron, Phil, Fresh, Curry, Nidalicious, Peachy, and Spooky Deer. Thank you all so much. I hate to run like this, but I do have a meeting starting, and that puzzle kind of sucked me in there for a little bit. So I do have to run. Tomorrow, I think we're going to be... I'm kind of debating on what we want to do. I might jump back into some... Chinatown Detective Agency because of the new game that I'd like to check out later on in the week. Again, I don't know the exact release time, but the date is on the 5th. So yeah, ideally I could potentially get that game. I'd like to start kind of that game on the 5th if possible, but if not, we'll definitely have the 6th. But with Wednesday being off, you know, it might make sense for us to play Chinatown on Tuesday, Wednesday off, and then if we can play the new game Thursday, Friday, that might be what we do. So, but again, I'll kind of think about that a little bit, see if I can maybe find a release time. I doubt I will be able to find it, but maybe. And we'll get it all figured out. My friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Until next time, take care of yourselves, be safe, and I'll see you soon. Take care, Curry. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.